What's up, my wizards? It's Dev from the Mtg, and what is this? Could it be? It actually is the thing you've been asking for literally 4.5 years at this point. We're actually going to do some arena gameplay. I'm going to let you pause to be hype and jump around the room. No, seriously, I don't have that big of a head. We are finally doing gameplay, though, so I hope you enjoy it. What we're doing today is actually a deck that I've just made on Arena. This is a sort of blue-black mid-range thing, and there are some cards I'd like to change, but as you can tell, built a couple of decks recently, and I'm kind of low on the wild cards there, y'all. So this is what we're running today. I'm just kind of dipping my toes into gameplay, seeing how it works out, seeing how you guys respond, seeing what your feedback is. We're just gonna have some fun in best of one today, and then we may expand on that. Do some drafts, some best of threes, some sealed, some other like special events like Cascade or Singleton when it comes around. We're gonna try to have some fun on Arena here because you guys want gameplay for the last many years at this point, so we're gonna try and make it happen for you guys. We'll see how we do today, but let's run through the deck real quick, and it's actually fairly cut and dry apart from some cards you'd probably rather be playing, but hey, you gotta craft what you have wild cards for. So mostly the deck is kind of based around getting Kefnet out. We're only running a couple of copies of this. You really don't want to see too many copies of it in a given game, but we can also win pretty easily off of a resolved Liliana once we have control. So those are our main ways of taking the game. But of course you see the Ugin here competes a little bit with the Liliana, but that's totally fine. We got plenty of mana in this deck. Once we establish control, a 6-mana walker will often win us the game. But apart from that, the stuff you probably expected to see, Discovery Dispersal is in here as a card draw piece, and occasional removal helps us get in, get our sweepers in removal and stuff like that. But if we get it later on in the game, it can obviously be a removal piece too. But we've mostly got removal in the deck, apart from stuff like Thought Erasure, which is more disruption than removal, but still technically removal. But this is Dimir, we're playing for Thought Erasure. But aside from that, it's like 2 Tyrant's Scorn, a couple copies of Cry of the Carnarium, some Vraska's Contempt, some Cast Downs, a lot of early and mid-game removal, a couple of sweepers, and a couple of things like Enter the God Eternals and Vraska's Contempt that can turn a game around, all in just one shot. Plus, a couple of other, ancillary Planeswalkers. We got Parter of Veils in here. Definitely want to play, I think, one more copy of this. I was a little cold on playing it to begin with, but it turns out this card is ridiculous. I think we've all come around on how good Narset is. As far as Davriel, this can probably go down to 1 or come out completely, but it is actually really good occasionally. The card is either dead on board immediately or very good. It really depends. There's no middle ground with Davriel. And then I guess there's Chart a Course and Opt in the deck to help draw cards for Kefnet mostly, but Opt can obviously do so at instant speed. Although I might want to change any of these cards to Chemister's Insight. I think that might work a little bit better. But the last card is Augur of Bolus, which could probably be switched out. This doesn't whiff every time, but it probably whiffs like 1 out of 3 times, which is a little bit too much, to be honest, but it's still an early game blocker and another way to find sweepers and removal and other things that we need. Apart from that, there's just the lands. There's 24 of them, and you may notice I've only got 2 Drowned Catacomb here. It's because I ran out of rare wild cards. It is what it is, So we still make 15 of each colored source, though, so it's mostly fine here. I haven't had too many problems with the mana base. But that is it as far as the deck tag. I just wanted to cover all that real quick, but let's go ahead and get into why you came. Here's some games. We are back to work against Prometheus 116 right here. I think this is a fine hand to start things off with. Not a whole lot of threatening stuff. Well, we got a couple of augurs to dig in case we need to answer stuff. There's a swamp to lead from Prometheus. And a duress. Okay, let's see what the opponent does. I imagine they're just going to get rid of, Vraska's Contempt. That makes plenty of sense. We're going to lead on tapped Watery Grave here. Tell our opponent to go. Opponent thinking there's an untapped swamp. Fountain of Renewal. Okay. Things are looking spicy. Banehound, what are you doing here? Lifelink case, gonna get in. That's exciting. We're all excited for you to be here. Banehound. So some sort of mono black or black white lifelink, I would venture to guess, is what we're doing here. Swamp comes down. Banehound. It's really something you don't see every day. Not laughing at. Oh, we just whiffed on the augur, just like I was saying. Was just saying that, and Liliana down to the bottom, so that hurts. That hurts. But hey, at least we can block the Banehound now, right? That's what we're really worried about. Opponent up to 22 from the Fountain of Renewal. Opponent processing. Here's an untapped swamp. Are we just on mono black right now, opponent? Is this some sort of? Is this like a Font of Agony or like Lich's Mastery aggro? What are we doing? What exactly are we doing right now? Let's see. Let's go ahead and play the Island into an Augur. Let's see if we whiff again. Now we know to take Augur out of the deck if it does. She's down. We're looking at an opt. Not quite a whiff. And we will say next. Next. I think we're actually going to try and get in with an Augur here. see if our opponent removes an Augur for some reason. They definitely have something because they keep having to pass back over to us. So, see if our opponent wastes a cast down or something. It doesn't look like they will. Bop. It's ended. Fountain of Renewal gets them their life right back. We'll resolve that trigger. Opponent draws. Looking at a handful of good stuff. This is mono black. There's a swamp. Waiting for the Cabal Stronghold to come down. Pass, pass. We will go ahead and opt here. I think it might be actually best to say the opt. Yeah, we'll take the Enter the God Eternals. Get the Contempt. So now we're just set up against any and all creatures that could come down. So that's pretty nice. But honestly, we don't have to cast these removal spells. We'll just kind of stay set up with them. Get in. See if our opponent blocks with a Banehound. See what kind of what they're made of. Yep, they don't block. So they know they can just get that life back. In turn, Fountain of Renewal activation. Wish I knew what these cards were. I want to draw a Thought Erasure, just to know. All right, Cabal Stronghold. There it is. We were waiting for it. Our opponent can probably do some really fun stuff at this point. We'll pass. Getting in with the Banehound, or will they? I'll go ahead and cast out this Banehound. Why not? We've got a grip full of removal. Opponent has a response, but they don't do it. Let's see. Pass it up. Pass it up. My turn. What do you have? What are you trying to get to? That's what I want to know, but... let's go ahead and Discovery. Discovery! Discovery! See what we get here. Take a look at me now. There's the Thought Erasure I wanted. Let's get it. Let's get it. See what our sneaky opponent is up to here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Opponent does not want us to see his hand. To see their hand. Contempt and Doom Whisper, you may not have that. Absolutely not. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll do that. Just to make sure we can definitely get to Enter the God Eternals if things go horribly wrong at this point. Let's see. Go ahead, get in. Augur's really doing some work. You wouldn't know it because they keep getting Fountain of Renewal triggers, but... let's see. We do have a Vraska, so we have to be a little careful here. Duress. What are they going to grab? It's actually a tough choice. I think they get Enter here, right here. No, they got the Vraskas. Okay, so they're working around a Planeswalker. It would appear. Probably Liliana. Alright, Watery Grave. We knew that was about to happen, so let's go ahead. And since we don't need you this turn... well, they're tapped. Next. We are effectively hitting for one a turn. These Augurs, our opponent is still at their starting life total. They get the Lily, we're in trouble. Because Vraska's Contempt is, you know, a card that we really need in this matchup to deal with that. But we'll see. Opponent on the swamp. Opponent really just has to draw stuff. Maybe they'll sacrifice this fountain. I doubt it. But, yeah, pass, pass. My turn. This is a heck of a game, right? Alright, so Davriel coming down. Beautiful thing about this is that we can get the Vraskas out of their hand before they can actually cast it. That's always good. Also start sort of offsetting some of the life gain that they're getting. Yeah, you gonna cast it? Yep, there we go. Get rid of that Dav. We had to do what we had to do there. I really would rather You know, I guess at some point we could, like, enter the God Eternals our own Augur of Bolas. That's, that's definitely an option if we have to. But let's go ahead. Get in. My opponent keeps forgetting that, I think I did this at first, but forgetting that Fountain of Renewal always wants to be activated. There we go. Like, Fountain of Renewal is always like, you want to draw a card? You want to draw a card, buddy? I think he might. If he just plays a Liliana, like, we're in trouble. There's a Lazatep Reaver. I did not expect to see that. But we'll let it resolve. I imagine our opponent just spent Mythic Wildcards on Liliana. Is what's going on here. I want to make a Liliana deck. But maybe that's not what this is. You know, we'll see, though. Alright, so pass, pass. My turn. You got a Kefnet. That's very good. Probably just Kefnet here, right? Yeah. Took me a second. I was like, well, I could just enter the God Eternals. No, Kefnet's the right play. Old Special K. Kefnet coming down as soon as the opponent passes off this thing right here. Come on. Opponent's making a sandwich. There we go. It's in play. The opponent's in the bathroom. Alright, so let's try and get in with these Augurs. See what our opponent does. They're going to waste creatures? Yes, they are, actually. Alright. I mean, actually, well, I guess that's not a waste, but an Augur still gets in. Offsets the life gain from Fountain. Opponent still has to deny this. There we go. That's some of the most annoying things, like having Fountain of Renewal or like Fanatical Firebrand. They always want you to do the thing. There's Duress. Gonna get the enter this time. I mean, what else do you get, right? You're really gonna take a Tyrant Scorn out of my hand so I can't like pop an Augur or Bolas back to my hand? That's... Oh, they got the cast down. Okay. Interesting. Alright. What you gonna do, Popo? Prometheus. Alright, so we got a Charter Course. We're gonna go ahead and reveal that. Opponent keeps forgetting they have a Fountain of Renewal in play unless they're just like being jerks. It's entirely possible. Come on, opponent. Notice that you got Hourglass. Man, this is entertainment right here, y'all. This is exactly what you want uploaded games to YouTube to be like. Is our opponent actually just going to be like, I'm going to make you, you know, waste as much time as possible? I never understood this. Does their opponent even know that they're Hourglass? They have to, right? I mean, it's all across their screen. Well, they're going to probably get a timeout here. Yep. Their opponent just doesn't want to have to answer the Kefnet. There's Charter Course. Timeout used. Yep. Got our cards. Let's discard the island, I would imagine. Or just discard the Kefnet, right? But, I don't know. Just in case things go incredibly south here, maybe I want the other Kefnet, as odd as that sounds, but... yeah. It's like, I guess we need another land to cast Liliana, but I'm not that worried about it. There's a lot more lands in our deck than there are any of these other cards. So just in case something goes horribly wrong, let's keep a backup Kefnet. I don't care. So, let's see here. At 4, let's go ahead. Gonna pop in with a Special K as soon as our opponent lets us do it. This is great, by the way. First gameplay video, and we have somebody doing this. If that's what they're doing, I don't want to see. As soon as they were Hourglass, they're like, oh yeah. So, we'll get in. Special K. Flying over. Man, it's such a task to do anything. Alright. Charter Course. Our opponent has to... We're gonna have a Fountain of Renewal. Okay, draw a couple of cards. Augur. We've also got a Tyrant Scorn. Mana's still up for that, and I think that's what I want to leave the mana up for. So let's do that. Just in case. I'm telling you, our opponent is doing something, and I still haven't necessarily figured it out. I haven't seen that many cards, so... But they did gain a buttload of life here in the early and mid game, so... things are getting late here. We'll see if they can draw Liliana. I still think that's the plan they're on, but we'll have to see, right? So, alright, pass it over to our turn. Reveal the opt. Opponent, remembering that they have a Fountain of Renewal any second now. Yep, there we go. Gonna play the opt. Opponent also has to let that trigger go through. Alright, got a swamp, but we don't want that. So let's put that on bottom. I probably do want a swamp. I mean, now we do have the Liliana, but there's the swamp. I mean, the punt was saved for me. Our opponent completely naked on cards, so it probably is the right time for a Lily, but I mean, I guess we can't do it just yet, so we played the opt. So let's go ahead and probably just get in, first of all. Singing a song. One attacker. Next. Probably just like burn some of these removal spells at this point, right? Alright, so I will go ahead. Into the God Eternals, the Reaver. Target them with the mill. Probably been yelling at me to do it, but I wanted my Kefnet, man. And the Kefnet has paid off with the Charter Course and an opt at this point, so that's pretty cool to get those cards. Copies of them for free. Did you just get a Dreadhorde Invasion? Is that what that was? Yes, it was. Huh. And 2 Fountain of Renewal. It keeps them from having a million fountains out. That's probably a good thing. But now we can swing through with all of our guys, like, consequence free. They actually sacked the fountain. Now they're digging really hard for something. Alright, opponent, did you get it? Yep, opponent scoops it up. There we go, y'all. Number 1 in the books. Alright, we in here up against JackBiker. The guy's name is. That's a good name. Opponent goes first, and our hand's looking pretty stock, yeah. So I think we'll keep that for now. See what develops here. This looks like a mono red play, right? JackBiker. Oh no, we're on Is It at the very least. So okay, well, what's our line here? We probably go just to be safe. Let's go Island untapped so we can get this opt in turn. Opponent looking good over there with an Is It Guildgate. What you got, buddy? Oh, a Gruul Guildgate. Okay, so you're just on Temur Gates, aren't you? That is a neat match, or at least I'm guessing maybe it's like a budget deck of some kind. But we'll go ahead, opt here, not looking for too much. I'll take the land. We'll do that. All right, so go ahead, play our Black Source, and Thought Erasure to confirm our suspicions here. Growth Spiral, yeah, that's what we're looking at. So, I take the negate. I think I do here. Yeah, let's take the negate. And we can surveil this discovery away or keep it. I'd say probably keep it. Yeah, a little bit more action, although we do have Augur next turn. That's a line. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and keep our options open here. I'll keep that discovery on table. See what our opponent does here. Tap land. We're gonna get a main phase growth spiral right now. We do not. Opponent with a hand full of gates, so we do have to be a little careful here, but we'll see. We'll see what develops. Alright, so I'm going to play Watery Grave. Eventually. There we go. Keep it tapped. Keep it tapped. Keep it wrapped. I actually think... Is Discovery the play here? Do we want to go ahead and get a body? Let's see if this Augur whiffs. I think that's the way to go. Discovery is the better selection tool, all things considered, but... Go ahead and see if this Augur whiffs. I'm just interested in whether or not this Augur needs to come out. Okay, so we got a Contempt. That's something. That's a pretty good spell to be nabbing. And our opponent is going to get to work here. Growth Spiral. Going to drop one of them gates. Things looking pretty crazy here already for the opponent. Going to drop another gate. I got 4 open here. Down with a Growth Spiral. Getting down with the sickness, man. They're going to untap with like 1 billion lands next turn. It's going to be amazing. Let's see. Opponent's still on 3 cards. Growth Spiral doing the work, replacing itself. Down to our turn here. We got another land. Let's go ahead and chop it down with the edge of our hand. Let's see. I'm just giving the Gates deck like all the time it needs, brother. Let's see. Get in with the Augur for what that's worth. Go ahead and Discovery, looking for some action here. We don't get it. There's Tyrant Scorn. Tyrant Scorn. Yes, I'll put those in. Even though I know this could be good against Rams later in the game. We'll see. We've still got to cast down Nebraska's Contempt. So. Put those in. Draw a Narset. That's very nice. Very nice. Huh. Okay, well, let's end it. Go to the opponent's turn. See what's up. What you doing with all your mana, buddy? There's a Gate Colossus. Yep, knew that was going to happen eventually. Resolve your Coco. There's the Ram. Knew that was going to happen too, didn't we? Resolve that. Save the cast down. 4 Ramses. The Pharaoh. And we just so happen to have a dang old Vraska's Contempt right there. Let's see. We can't cast too much of anything else this turn, though. Might actually be able to just let the Gate Colossus attack, block it, and even if we somehow lose this Augur Bolus to, like, you know, the Sweeper. Hey, Ziggy. Ziggy's here, everybody. I wish you could see me. You probably do, too. But anyway, if we get Gates to Blaze, we can take the 8, right? Like, we can take that. So it might be better just to play Davriel or Narset at this point. This is actually a hard line. At first I was just like, we'll just Contempt, right? Actually, I think we will. I think we will. Let's just be as safe as possible. Although I really think Dav might have been the play at that point. But we'll definitely see how things shake out. That's the game of Magic, folks. 3 cards in hand. Plays the Ram. 7/7. We got the cast down for it, so that's extremely fortunate. It's very good. So we'll go Swamp Island. Go ahead, cast down your Ram. And I'm going to Davriel. That seems prudent at this point.
If you surrender now,
activate Dav, see what our opponent dumps here. So it looks like they've gotten all of their action at this point. Go ahead, get in with Augur. Over here, doing work. It's not bad at all. Ziggy, you are on my shoulder, Bubba. I know you're there. I know you're there. We got another cast down, as if we needed that. Let's go ahead and get one of these cards out of our opponent's hand.
I don't think you'll be needing that.
Alright, so I discarded a land. They're down to not needing those anymore. Let's Narset. Activate Narset. Grab an Ujin. So that's good news. If we have to, we have instant speed cast down if they get a Ram or something. Get in. For our, like, 4th point of damage with this thing. Alright. Davriel hits for 2. Shimmer of Possibility by our opponent. What you got, buddy? Guild Summit. Ugh, goodness. Okay. So our opponent's going to get the refill they need here. Yep, that resolves. Well, that was actually not bad. Oops, yeah. Oops is right. My turn. I gotta cry. That doesn't really do much for us. Let's go ahead and Narset. Oh, we both forgot about Narset. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's actually hilarious. Let's go ahead, get this Gates Ablaze out of the opponent's hand, and there's the Lily that we always wanted. Oh boy. Oh my goodness, Narset. Narset. Oh, that is straight labor right there, everybody. Wow. Yikes. Okay, opponent down to 9. Davriel really going to town at this point. Good games us. That's not a good sign for our opponent. Guild Summit resolves. They can't draw it, so they concede. Man, wow, I'm sorry, guy. Alright, here we are up against Say Hi, or it might be Skay Hi? I'm not too sure. This is not a great opener because we don't have the Black Source with Thought Erasure on 2 or Cast Down. But I'm actually going to trust the heart of the cards and give this a shot or Rooney here. Opponent leads on Forest, but no Lawnmower Elves. Got a blue source, but not the black source that we need, so we'll see how this pans out. If anything else, we might be able to get to the Kefnet. Glow Spore Shaman. Something you don't see every day. Opponent gets the Molder Hulk. Playing against Molder Hulk. Okay, so much as I might not want to do this, this is going to have to deal 2 to us here. And I'm going to Thought Erasure. Opponent. Probably get Midnight Reaper 1 out of their hand. We are done. I'll take that land all day. Opponent going to get in for 3. Play Reaper. Crawl Harpooner and a Plague Crafter. It's like, how long do we draw things out here until we cry? Let's enter tapped Watery Grave. Say go. We are going to give our opponent a little bit of value in the form of a card here, but ultimately we'll get way more value out of Cry if things go down the way I think they're going to go down here. So, opponent. Let's gas down Midnight Reaper. Take 1, draw the card. Get in for 3, we're at 12. Relatively fast start for the opponent. They're going to play Crawl Harpooner. Now, here we have to worry. Alright, so I think we just slam Kefnet and tell them to answer it at this point. I mean, they do have Plague Crafter. Can answer with that. I think. Like, I guess if they waste Plague Crafter on Kefnet, we'll get Kefnet back. We can just cast this Ugin eventually anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? So let's just bait Plague Crafter with the Kefnet. And we'll take some damage here, but I'm okay with that. I don't want to take too much, obviously, but we're okay. We can go down to 6. It's not like our opponent has any tricks. I mean, right now. Alright, so we got that. We're going to take some damage here. Don't worry, though. Take 3, excuse me, down to 9. Here's an island. And let's go ahead, pull the trigger on Cry. Say go, opponent. Looking for a Golgari Raiders. Ooh, that is nice right now. Down to 4 because of the haste on Raiders. That's neat. Alright, so say go. Opponent, 4 in hand. Past her Raiders. Gonna try and get in. Hit him with a Contempt. Dead. We're up to 6. Opponent at 19, 4 in hand, untapped lands. Down with a Glow Spore Shaman. It's looking good, opponent. Memorial to Folly on top. I'm going to go ahead. Cast down this Glow Spore Shaman, even though Memorial's coming up for them. Let's see. We are gonna... Oof. That's tough. I'm gonna go ahead and Ugin. Ugin's down. Let's get a token. Let's get it on, opponent. Let's see what we're doing. Memorial to Folly comes down tapped. Here comes Molder Hulk. Alright. Well, that's neat. Double Hulk. Okay. I see what you're doing. That is the steez right there, opponent. Okay, so what we're going to do is destroy target permanent. That's a Molder Hulk.
Bathe in ghost fire.
Then we're going to try give our opponent a tough decision here, but we'll see what happens. They chuck the Molder Hulk, so what is this? You gotta wonder. It might be a Golgari Raiders, and that's why I'm not attacking at this point. Do not want Golgari Raiders to come ruin our day out of nowhere. So protect our Ugin as well while we can. So opponent land 1 card in hand at this point. Maybe it's a fine finality. We're going to have to wait and see. Opponent! Do it or don't do it. I guess you could always Memorial to Folly. Yep, there it is. Getting the Hulk. Playing the Hulk, I would imagine. Yep, Hulk comes down. Got an ETGE. So what we're going to try and do here is get in on attacks. Now we do. Okay, so all we got to do is tick up the Ugin. Got ourselves a blocker. Hopefully we are at 6, but we know we've got a blocker one way or the other. Now the right move might here actually be to enter the God Eternals our own Ugin token. Well, what does that really get us? That gets us the life and this watery grave. I think I'll just Kefnet. Let's Kefnet. Hitting the table. An epic one here, folks. Alright, so Ugin is fairly well protected. If we have to, we can shoot down this Molder Hulk. There's a ritual. That's not great. We can still block with this Kef if we need to. Let's draw these cards. They're both lands, which isn't great, but hey, at least we got past the lands, right? Alright, Hulk trying to come in on us, so we got to block with Kane. Hopefully we'll just draw Cast Down, Vraska's Contempt, or something like that. That'd be nice. We'll take that action. Alright, opponent naked on cards now. So, Swamp. Make a guy. Thought erasure under it.
Secrets manifest before you.
So, we're going to enter the God Eternals. A creature that we actually can't kill, but it gives us a creature and gains us life. That's all we want. We actually don't mind that it doesn't kill this thing. Let's get rid of a Vraska on that. That's cool. Opponent. Not liking it. So it would appear. Another memorial? Yeah, you got a couple more memorials. That's not the best news in the world. But hey, maybe we'll finish it off by like milling them out. Who knows, right? We'll see. Got a bunch of Enter the God Eternals in here. Opponent is really thinking about it at this point, aren't you? Like, how are we getting out of this? Alright, Hourglass. It's like, yeah, Memorial Folly. It's like I've been wondering why you wouldn't just do it. Alright, so Fine Broker, he's just thinking about what he wanted to Folly. So there's a Fine Broker. Gonna get back a what? Memorial Folly, just gonna chain him. Okay. Vraska back.
Go ahead. Beg for mercy.
See what happens here. Destroy that, yep.
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
Get in with Molder Hulk. You gotta do it, opponent. You gotta do it! There we go. Alright, swinging at Ugin. We're gonna block. Get our thought erasure. Kefnet is back. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 altogether, so. Okay, we can Davriel and Kefnet on this turn. Let's tick up the Ugin. And let's hit this Kefnet real quick. Go ahead and Davriel. And hit him with it. Get that out of their hands. Midnight Reaper. Next, In turn. Let's see what happens here. Because really, it's just we have to draw a removal piece for Motorhawk. And yeah, they can Memorial to Folly things back, but that's okay. Maybe we'll just win off of Davriel in the meantime. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a tense one. Now, I feel like they can probably grind better than we can, but we'll have to wait and see about that. We got the Kefnet out. We can just start copying spells with Kefnet. That would be glorious, but we'll have to wait. Opponent. Thinking. Are you thinking about a Memorial to Folly play again? Is that what's happening? I mean, you got stuff in there, man. Got a Chupacabra. Shoot down a Kefnet. Yep, that's what we're doing. Come on, big guy. There we go. Do it. Cover the Kefnet, as we predicted. Take the action. Alright, but what does our opponent swing in on? I imagine they'll just kill the Davriel with the Feinbroker. Is the line we're going for here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, bop. Block. Lost the dab. Opponent ticks up. Sack the land. Just do it. There we go. Drops one and let's go. Okay, so let's see here. Let's we tick up. Well, let's Thought Erasure first. Do that. Get that out of their hand, I guess. That's fine. Let's get a little bit closer to this Kefnet here. Let's opt. Draw the Kefnet. Play said Kefnet. And at this point... Well, no, if I take it down, that's... yeah. Take it up.
The fabric of the multiverse.
Another Thought Erasure underneath. Play Watery Grave, tapped. And let our opponent go to work. Let's see what happens here. Opponent one card in hand. And a lot of thought in their head. You can probably just activate Vraska's -3 here. Get rid of this. Swing in. Make me block with Kefnet. It's probably the play. And you can probably, yeah, you can like still almost kill Ugin this turn. Like you got this, man. Do it. You got it. Don't overthink it. You're actually ahead on board right now. Come on, buddy. Alright, Vraska. Oh, he did not take it down. Okay. We're going to try to draw into removal here. Vraska up to 5, which is starting to get slightly dangerous, but we'll see. Come with the pressure, opponent. What you got? What you got? What you got? Come on, man. It's like... There we go. Getting in. After a long wait, we getting in. Here comes Chupacabra. Alright, they're all coming at us. That's interesting. So, block Chups. Block Feinbroker. Bop, bop, bop. We'll go down to 4. But I actually think we got a reprieve on that. Plague Crafter. That makes sense. Take the action. Ugh, Island. Alright. So, let's blow you up. For now. Probably should have Thought Erasure first. Can't do nothing, but we can get a little closer to the Kefnet. Okay. Next turn we can kill this Vraska if we have to with this Hugin. I don't think that'd be the right play, but we'll see. See if our opponent just ticks up here. Glow Spore Shaman. We're at 4 here, so we do need to be careful. Opponent still has no memorials. Huh, okay. Opponent thinking. Taking a quick look here. Ticks up.
Pain is weakness, leaving the body.
Yep. Our turn. There's the Kevs. We will play it. I will tick up Ugin again. There's an inner under there. That's good to know. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open. Okay. Say go. We know they have Memorial. Yep. Comes in tapped. What will they do, everybody? Let's see. Theoretically, we can tick down Ugin next turn to kill this Vraska. But Vraska goes ahead and takes herself down. Huh. Goes ahead and gives us an Enter the God Eternals. Okay, what's the line here with no cards in your hand? Pass. Huh. Pass. And my turn, right? I mean... Oof. Just want to take care of that real quick. An island. Big deal. I'm going to save this in here. I probably should have gone ahead with it, but I'm going to save it. Let's do this.
Don't be surprised if we meet again.
Ooh, Golgari Raiders, right? Golgari Raiders. They might draw that. And then we'd just be dead. So I'm actually not going to attack. There is probably no benefit. I just don't want them to drop Raiders. Because we know they have it. We've seen it already. So I don't want to be dead on board to that. I don't think there's too much to lose here in taking a turn. I mean, they're going to activate Memorial one way or the other, which is probably what they're thinking of right now. It's like, what am I going to get back with that? And it's probably going to be a Molder Hulk, to be honest. Yep, here we go. Molder Hulk. Okay. Opponent does have a card. Ugh, just a Watery Grave, man. Lands over and over, huh? So, we will tick up Oogies. There's an Augur under there.
Secrets manifest before.
Let's do this again. Opponent might actually mill out this game. There goes a Vraska's Contempt. That's actually really good to get that. Next. I think it's probably safe to swing in at this point. Yeah. I'm going to do it. Down to 13, the opponent is. We are at 8, but Enter the God Eternals keeps improving our life total, so that's great. Alright. Opponent sitting on the Hulk with a Memorial out. They can still do cool stuff. 19 cards in their library. Jeez, what a game. What a long game, y'all. Alright, opponent thinking. 2 cards in their hand, all the mana to do anything they need, but they're probably still thinking about this Memorial play here. Memorial. Just going to be Finebroker? Yeah, Finebroker. Gets back Memorial, maybe. Or Vraska. Maybe he'll get back the Vraska. Say hi to Molder Hulk. Okay. Another Hulk, really trying to apply as much pressure as possible. Another Memorial. Hulk coming at us. We will block. It's nothing but card advantage our way. Discovery Dispersal. We will reveal that. We will cast the Dispersal half. discards a land. Let's do it. It's dispersal. I know this is a weird play, but I just want stuff off their side of the battlefield. We're going to try and get in here. Alright, so tick up Oogs. We're going to get in. Bop, bop, down to 5 on their end. Play this Augur of Bolas, tap ourselves out here, but that's not a big deal. Whiff on Augur for the first time. That's the thing. We're going to keep this Watery Grave. Even though we're tapped out, we still want them to think we have something, so we'll keep Watery Grave. Our opponent will try and make hard decisions here. Okay, that's fine. That's not great, but it's fine. Ritual of Soot. We'll keep our Kefnet. We'll draw a swamp. Our opponent will Molder Hulk. Ooh, it's tense. Alright, so gets back that again. Man, we have not been able to trigger Kefnet, like, ever. And we've been drawing a lot of lands. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but jeez, the lands we've been drawing. Alright. Do we attack here? Yes. Get in, put him at 1. And we'll just wait and see. Our opponent can mess us up here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Opponent's at 1. There are a litany of cards we could draw to clean this out here. Opponent fine brokers. Gets back Crawl Harpooner. Is that what you're doing? You have a Crawl Harpooner in there somewhere, don't you? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, Chupacabra, of course. Okay, yeah. I forgot about that. Boom. Alright. Yes. Ooh, that's a turnaround right there. Alright. Coming at the Ugin. Which we will block. We're going to draw another land here, aren't we? Watch it happen. It's a Tyrant Scorn. Stick up Ugin.
Truth lies beyond.
Alright. So you got 1 card in your hand, buddy. Well. Should we just try and live? I think we should maybe just try and live. Well, we could just grab the Kefnet, right? What good would that really do? Well, it's some. Let's try it. Snag it. Bag it. Tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Alright, so next. Intern. Liliana would be nice. We've got those in our deck. Why didn't I surveil away the cry? I guess we can use it if we have to. Okay. Opponent at 1 over there. Trying to get things figured out. 16 cards left in their library. We are at 8. Memorial to Folly. Oh, there was another Chupacabra in there. I didn't even know that. I thought you'd only played 1 this game. Alright, maybe they milled 1 down, or we milled 1 down that I didn't see with Enter the God Eternals or something. Alright. Chupa Dupa. Let's resolve it. I thought about it. I thought about being tricky, but I actually want this Tyrant Scorn. Let's take the action. Alright, pass. coming for us. Coming for us, specifically. Huh. Alright, so... Turn Hulk to your hand. Block the Chupa. Draw our dumb island. Come on with it. Opponent really thinking here. It's like you got all the memorials and all the Hulks you could ever want. That's why we're just never going to actually like resolve this Kefnet and keep it on the battlefield. We'll see. We draw the cry. We knew that was happening. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and cry. Get Chupacabra gone and forever gotten. Except for this one's still in the stupid graveyard. We got Tika Ujin. You know, the God Eternal's up under it. That's good.
Manifest before you.
Matter of fact, that's great. We might be able to pull this plan off of just milling them out for the win. It's possible, but it's unlikely. And green-black just grinds like no other, but we'll see. We'll see. Come on, buddy. You gotta play. You got plenty of plays. 2 cards in your hand, all the lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. We got the Hourglass. Necrotic Wound. We will take our Into the God Eternals. Oh, did they get a stupid Golgari Raiders? Is that what they got? Because we might just have... They might just win off of that. Memorial to Folly. Back a Crafter. That's a crafty play. Sacrifice our Ugin. Fine Broker. Down to 3. Opponent's going to do it. That was a really good play sequence. That was good. And... what are we waiting on? There we go. Alright, so let's enter those God Eternals. Kill the Fine Broker. Mills them. We have 11 cards left, which is actually more than you think. Kefnet comes down. In turn. Opponent. Molder Hulks gets the memorial back. That might not help them that much this turn. Yeah, they good gamed us. Whoo, we pulled it off. Oh, what a tense one. Jeez. Wow, everybody. That was a hell of a last match right there. But I hope you enjoyed all of this. There's more where this came from. I'm going to start doing gameplay as much as I possibly can. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you hit the like button. Do all the things. I know a lot of you say, like, I would like the video. I would subscribe. I would be on Patreon if you did gameplay. But now you got no excuse. So get in there. Do all the YouTube things. Call to action. Hit the link to the description to go over to the Patreon page. Donate if you possibly can. If you can, I'm just happy that you're here. And yeah, do all the things. There's a deck list in the description if you want to get this on TCG Player. Obviously plays fairly well, but does have some foibles occasionally. But in any case, I hope you did enjoy our first gameplay video. God knows I did. That was a lot of fun, y'all. But we'll see you on the flip side. I'm Deb from The Place. Thanks for watching, my wizards. Spread love and be kind.